Hi there, I'm Dr. David. I'm 60 years old, and for more than 2 decades, I've worked with patients of all ages, from teenagers to those in their golden years. And after all these years, I've come to realize something profound. The human body is truly miraculous, yet incredibly fragile. We often think that health depends only on the big things, medicine, surgery, or modern medical breakthroughs. But sometimes it's the small, quiet factors inside us that make all the difference. And today, I want to share with you about one of those small but mighty elements, a mineral that often goes unnoticed, yet plays a role in over 300 biochemical reactions in your body. It's present in your heartbeat, your breathing, your sleep, and every muscle movement. That mineral is magnesium. You might not think much about it, but chances are your body could be running low on it without you even realizing. Studies show that nearly 80 or 85% of people today don't get enough magnesium. And that deficiency doesn't just lead to leg cramps or fatigue. It's quietly connected to stress, sleep disorders, and even heart and blood pressure issues. So pause for a moment and ask yourself, have you ever been lying in bed at night, just about to drift off to sleep, when suddenly your calf cramps up so sharply it jolts you awake? Or have you noticed your eyelid twitching for days for no clear reason? It's your body's subtle way of whispering, I need magnesium. One of my patients, Margaret, 72, came to me after suffering from nightly cramps for years. She thought it was just old age, but her magnesium levels were severely depleted. After adjusting her diet and supplementing properly, she returned 3 months later with a smile. Doctor, I finally slept through the night for the first time in years. That's the power of magnesium. But here's the other side of the story. Used the wrong way, it can be dangerous. I've seen patients assume that if a little magnesium is good, then more must be better. But that's not true. Too much magnesium can harm your kidneys, cause breathing problems, irregular heartbeat, and in severe cases even be fatal. I remember one patient, Robert, 69, who already had low blood pressure. A friend told him magnesium was great for the heart, so he started taking it on his own. A few days later, he nearly fainted in his kitchen. His blood pressure had dropped to a dangerous level. Thankfully, his family got him to the ER just in time. That's why I can't stress this enough. Magnesium isn't for everyone. It can be a powerful ally or a double-edged sword. Think of your body as a symphony orchestra. Every vitamin and mineral is like an instrument. When they're all in tune, the music, your health is harmonious. But if just one instrument falls out of sync, the entire melody falters. Magnesium is one of those quiet instruments. It may not play the loudest notes, but without it, the whole performance loses balance. In today's video, it'll help you clearly understand who truly needs magnesium supplementation, who absolutely should not take it, and most importantly, how to use magnesium safely, effectively, and wisely. I'll share real experiences from my medical practice, research-backed facts, and true patient stories. You'll see that magnesium isn't a miracle pill, but it's an essential piece of your body's wellness puzzle. So many people chase health in big, dramatic ways: extreme workouts, strict diets, or expensive supplements. Yet sometimes what the body really needs is simple, a basic mineral found in leafy green seeds and whole foods. That's magnesium. Before we go further, let me ask you this. Have you ever felt unexplained anxiety, restless nights, or a racing heartbeat without knowing why? Could it be that your body is missing something small but essential? That's why I'm here, not to scare you and not to sell you anything. I'm here so you can understand and make smart, informed decisions for your own health. Because true health isn't just a number on a lab test. It's how you feel when you wake up in the morning. It's the calm in your mind, the ease in your body, and the peace of enjoying time with your loved ones, free from cramps, fatigue, or worry. And if magnesium can play even a small part in helping you feel that way, then this is a journey worth taking together. So let's begin. Imagine this: you're at the store and see a bottle of magnesium supplements. The label promises better sleep, less stress, stronger muscles. You think, maybe I should try it. You buy it. Take it every night without ever checking if your body truly needs it. Sound familiar? I've seen it so many times. A sweet lady in her 60s once told me, "Doctor, I take magnesium because my neighbor said it's good for the heart." But a few weeks later, she started feeling dizzy, her heartbeat slowed down, and she ended up in the hospital. Not because magnesium is bad, but because her body didn't need extra, and it reacted with her heart medication. Here's what I always tell my patients. Magnesium isn't the enemy, it's essential. But like anything good, it only works when it's used the right way. Think of your body as a garden. If the soil already has enough water and nutrients, and you keep pouring in more, what happens? The plants drown. The same is true for magnesium. If your body doesn't need it extra amounts, only creates stress, especially for your kidneys, which work hard to flush it out. A patient once told me, "Doctor, I thought vitamins and minerals are safer than regular medicine." I smiled and said, "They are when used correctly. But even the best things can cause harm if used carelessly. Before you take any supplement, whether magnesium or vitamin C, pause and ask yourself, do I actually need this? Could it interact with my medications? Is there a natural way to get it from food instead? Health isn't about collecting miracle pills. It's about listening to your body. Sometimes what you really need isn't a supplement but a balanced meal, a good night's sleep, or a peaceful walk outdoors. So next time you see magnesium on a store shelf, remember it can be your best friend or your troublemaker, depending on how you use it. And above all, never forget this: health doesn't come from rushing. It comes from understanding and balance. Even water, something we think of as completely harmless, can become dangerous if we drink too much of it. The human body runs on balance, not excess. So before you pick up a bottle of magnesium and think, a little more can't hurt, pause for a moment and ask yourself, is this really enough already? Does my body actually need more? Because true health doesn't come from rushing to add more. It comes from understanding and listening to what your body is telling you. You see, even something as beneficial as magnesium can turn into a problem when we cross the line. Sometimes wisdom isn't about doing more, it's about knowing when to stop, when to give your body the chance to stay in balance and harmony. Now I want you to picture this. You believe magnesium will make you stronger, sleep better, live longer. So without talking to your doctor, you go out. Buy a few bottles and start taking them every day without ever asking whether your body truly needs it. At first, everything seems fine. But one day you start feeling tired, short of breath. Your heart beats irregularly, and you have no idea why. One of my patients, a man in his mid-60s, went through exactly that. He had high blood pressure and kidney issues, but didn't realize weak kidneys can't process magnesium efficiently. He kept taking it for months. By the time he was hospitalized, his heart was beating dangerously slow, and he told me, "Doctor, I just wanted to take it to be safe." That's the risk of using magnesium the wrong way. Have you ever thought that something so harmless looking could quietly turn into a threat? We often believe what we see in advertisements. Magnesium relieves stress, supports the heart, strengthens bones. And yes, those claims can be true, but only when magnesium is used correctly. If your kidneys can't filter it properly, magnesium builds up in your blood, disrupting your heartbeat, making it hard to breathe, and in serious cases, putting your life at risk. Here's something I tell every patient: your body isn't an endless storage tank. It's like a garden. You need water to help things grow, but too much, and the soil floods, the roots rot. Magnesium works the same way. In the right amount, it helps your heart beat steadily. But when it piles up, that very heart can lose its rhythm. You've probably heard the saying, even good medicine becomes poison in the wrong dose. It's true. A small amount of magnesium can calm your body, but too much can shorten your breath, slow your heartbeat, and make you dizzy faster than you'd think. So before you try your luck with supplements, ask, does my body really need this? What dose is right for me? That one act of caution could be the thin line between benefit and harm. Because as I always remind my patients, good health isn't about taking more, it's about knowing what's enough when it's right and whether your body can handle it. Now imagine this: you've lived with heart disease or low blood pressure for years. Every day you take medication to keep your heart steady and your pressure from dropping too low. Then a friend tells you you should try magnesium, it's great for stress, sleep, and your heart, you believe them. You start taking it. But just a few days later, you feel lightheaded, your pulse races, sweat pours down your face, and every breath feels heavy. One of my elderly patients went through this exact scenario. She had chronic low blood pressure and mild heart disease. When she heard online that magnesium relaxes blood vessels and improves circulation, she began taking it daily. What she didn't realize was that same vessel-relaxing effect pushed her already low blood pressure even lower, depriving her brain of oxygen. She collapsed right there in her living room in front of her son. Thankfully, he got her to the hospital in time. Have you ever felt dizzy or seen stars when you stand up too quickly? Imagine that sensation multiplied by 10 plus an irregular pounding heartbeat. That's what can happen when someone with heart conditions or low blood pressure takes magnesium unsupervised. The lesson here is simple but powerful. We often see only the bright side of a supplement and forget the risks hiding in the shadows. Yes, magnesium can support heart health, but not every heart. For a strong, healthy person, it helps maintain rhythm, but for a fragile heart or one already struggling to regulate pressure, magnesium can act like a sudden wave that tips an already unsteady boat. I often tell my patients, not every supplement is your friend. Sometimes it's a test your body can't handle, and magnesium is no exception. If you have heart disease or low blood pressure, don't take it lightly. One small pill can make the difference between safety and serious complications. Health is a journey that requires awareness. Sometimes the smartest thing you can do is pause, talk to your doctor before adding anything new to your daily routine. That small step could save you from unnecessary risks. Now imagine another very common scenario. You buy a bottle of magnesium. You take it faithfully every day, not in a huge dose, but you never bother checking your levels either. You think it's natural, so it must be safe. Days turn into weeks, weeks into months. At first you feel fine, maybe even better. I'm sleeping deeper, am less stressed. But slowly you begin to feel a strange fatigue. Your reactions slow down, your heart feels heavy, breathing gets harder when you walk. One of my patients, a man in his early 50s, told me he'd been taking magnesium for nearly a year without a break. He thought he was doing everything right. But when we ran his tests, his magnesium levels were abnormally high. That buildup over time had begun to affect his nervous system, slowing his reflexes, clouding his memory, even triggering irregular heartbeats. He sighed and said, "I just wanted to be healthier. I didn't know I was making myself weaker." That's the danger of silent accumulation. It's like a leaky faucet dripping day after day. At first you barely notice, but months later the walls damp, the floor cracks. Magnesium can do the same from the inside out. When you take it long-term without medical supervision, your body can slowly become oversaturated without you even realizing it. Science has shown that chronic magnesium toxicity can dull your nervous system, slow your reflexes, cause constant fatigue, or make you sleepy for no clear reason. For the heart, it can trigger arrhythmia and unstable blood pressure, all creeping up silently until the symptoms finally shout for attention. So please remember, this health doesn't come from consistency alone. It comes from monitoring. A supplement that seems harmless when taken too long without oversight can quietly turn into a double-edged sword that harms your heart and nerves. Before you think, better safe than sorry, you'll just keep taking it. Ask yourself, does my body really need this? When was the last time I checked? Sometimes true wisdom isn't about adding more, it's about knowing when to listen, when to pause, and when to let your doctor guide you. Because your health is worth protecting from even the quietest dangers. So stay with me and make sure to subscribe to the channel. In the next part, you'll share some surprising things about magnesium that most people have never heard before, and they might just change the way you think about your daily health. You see, in the world of health, nothing is absolutely good or bad. It's all about what's right or wrong for your body. Magnesium is no exception. It's a wonderful mineral, but when used the wrong way, it can become a double-edged sword. If you've stayed with me until now, I know you truly care about your health, not just living longer, but living more mindfully. Understanding your body and listening to every quiet signal it sends you. And I'd love for you to keep walking this journey with me. In the next video, we'll talk about something very important: who truly needs magnesium and who should absolutely avoid it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit like if you found this video helpful, and share it with someone you care about, especially those who take magnesium every day without really understanding how it works. Because sometimes one small action today can protect someone you love from a serious health risk tomorrow.